Hey folks, TC here, and today we're going to learn how to play Red Herring from AreYouGame. In Red Herring, players try to confound and confuse each other by guessing and bluffing their way through the meanings of words and phrases. Be the first player to reach the finish space and win. To get started, separate the cards into 3 decks, green, yellow, and red. Then shuffle each deck separately before starting play. Place each deck face down next to the game board. Each player selects a fish moving piece, puts it into a stand, and places it on the start space. Each player then takes 1 token in the same color as the fish they selected. The oldest player goes first by rolling the die and moving his or her fish that number of buoys on the game board. The reader selects a top card from the deck that matches the color of the buoy his or her fish has landed on. The reader reads the card for the other players. Each player then indicates their answer choice by placing a token on A, B, C, or D on their side of the game board. The reader then gives the correct answer from their card, and all players reveal their choices. Scoring will vary by the color of the card. Play rotates clockwise, and the next player becomes the reader. They roll the die, move their fish to the appropriate number of spaces, and select a card and reads it to the group. Now, what comes next depends on what color card the reader draws. Green card. These cards have a word followed by 4 possible definitions, A, B, C, or D. Each player chooses which definition they believe to be correct and places their token on the corresponding space. The reader then gives the correct definition. All players with the correct definition move ahead 1 space on the game board. Yellow card. These cards have a popular phrase or term whose usage varies from its original meaning. The reader reads the phrase and 3 possible origins of the phrase. Each player chooses which origin they believe to be correct and places their token on A, B, or C. The reader then gives the correct origin of the phrase or term. All players with the correct answer move ahead 2 spaces on the game board. Red card. These cards contain a word and its definition. The reader reads out only the word, not the definition. Whether or not players know the correct definition, each player should invent a believable definition for the word and write it on a piece of paper. The reader then writes the correct definition on a piece of paper. The reader assigns a letter between A and D to each definition and reads all the definitions to the group. Each player then chooses which definition they believe to be correct and places their token on a corresponding choice. All players who have chosen the correct definition move ahead 2 spaces. Each player then additionally moves ahead 1 space for each vote their answer may have received. Winning the game is simple. The first player to reach the orange buoy marked finish is the winner. An exact roll is not required. And that's how you play Red Herring. For more information or useful tips, be sure to check out www.areyougame.com so you can keep the fun going. If you found this video helpful, go ahead, give it a like. And while you're at it, make sure you've subscribed to stay up to date on the latest and greatest from University Games. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.